So, chapter 2, Nama Vishnupada Prakaranam. So, Jiva Goswami gives the definition of Nama, which means noun, like this. So, any word that has meaning except for dhatus and Vishnu Bhaktis. Vishnu Bhaktis are the suffixes, is a Nama. So, he gives very indirect or passive definition of Nama.
And dhatu means?
Dhatu means words.
Verbal roots.
Yeah, verbal roots, words. So anything which has meaning and they are not verbs or suffixes, so that is nama, that is noun. So you can say name, you can go through
Okay.
the commentary also. So, okay. Let's say there is a girl and she is unmarried. Now, she's only a girl and maybe she is just a daughter or a sister when she is unmarried. But when she gets married, the same girl bears many relations. She becomes someone's wife, someone's daughter-in-law, someone's this, that, sister-in-law. You know, so many relations come up.
Yeah.
Similarly, in Sanskrit, there is the unmarried girl, which means the words which are the root words, which we call them the root words or the stem words, they are the unmarried girl. Which means they are just independent and separate. They are not used yet in the sentences, in the shlokas. But when we want to use them in verses, in shlokas, in sentences, then we have to get them married. So the girl, they marry a boy. Here, the root words, they marry suffix.
Oh, I understood. You mentioned about this word last time. This is Vishnu Pada.
Vishnu Pada. So when we have the suffix and the root words together, then we get the final bride or the final word, which is called the Vishnu Pada.
Got it.
Which is called the Vishnu Pada. Okay. Now, in English or in Hindi, we use prepositions along with the nouns to connect. Prepositions like of, am, at, in, from, above, under, you know, all these prepositions.
Yes.
So we use these prepositions in order to connect noun with the verb or noun with the noun. Like for example, Rakesh is in the temple. Rakesh is in the temple. So we have two nouns, Rakesh and temple. And the activities is like being, to exist, to be somewhere. So what is connecting all of these together? The preposition in. If we remove the preposition, nothing will make sense here.
Yes.
So we have different prepositions in, from, unto, by, with, of, and so on. In Sanskrit, the thing is, like for example, let's say of Ram. Let's say the dham of Ram, Ayodhya. In Sanskrit,
Ramasya dhama.
Right, in Sanskrit, the preposition or the meaning of the preposition is merged in the word itself, and we modify the ending. So of Rama, the root word is Rama, but when we want to indicate of Rama, so we will modify the ending and it will become Ramasya. So in Hindi, English, we keep these prepositions different. In Hindi, we'll say Ram ka. Ram ka dham. In English, we'll say of Ram. But in Sanskrit, we merge the preposition, the meaning inside, and it modifies the ending of that word. of that noun.
So,
So now
so this will be
Ramasya is a bride.
Ramasya. So this will be Ramasya Dhama.
Ramasya Dhama, which means Dham, abode of Rama. So Ramasya is the final product, the bride, the Vishnu Pada. So these all forms will make now in chapter 2.
Got it.
In Bengali also, it's similar to Sanskrit. They merge the meaning of the preposition inside the word. For example, in Bengali, of Rama, they will say Ramer. Ramer Dham, Ramer. So it's inside.
Hare.
So like that.
Ramer.
So this
And also
chapter,
for Koladeep Ram Prabhu, it is easier. Koladeep Ram Prabhu, for him, this Sanskrit grammar is much more easier.
no, I mean,
Bengali
I think
grammar.
because Jiva Goswami begins with, from scratch only. So I think I also began
Yeah,
from
yeah, yeah.
scratch when I studied.
Yes,
So
yes,
it's easy.
yes.
It's not that difficult. Okay. This chapter 2 is divided into, you can say, 4 sections. They are as follows. Section 1 will deal with the Sarveshwarant Shabdas. Sarveshwarant nouns. Sarveshwaranta nouns meaning those words, those nouns which end with a Sarveshwara. Like Rama,
Oh, that way. Okay.
Radha, like that.
Yeah.
And then this section is further divided into 3 subsections according to 3 genders. Because we have 3 genders in Sanskrit, like in Hindi, English. So masculine, feminine, and neuter. So there are Sarveshwaranta words in masculine gender, in feminine gender, in neuter gender. Then the second section is the Vishnu Jananta words. You got it right? Words
Yes.
which end with Vishnu Jana. For example, Jagat,
Jagat.
Bhagavat, Ashwat Thaman, from which we get Ashwathama, and likewise many more. And again, this section is further divided into 3 subsections based on the genders. Then
So one question, real quick question. This is Jagata or this Jagat? This Jagat.
Jagat.
Bhagavat. Okay.
Then we have the forms, then we get Bhagavan and all those forms. The root words are these. Then section 3 is a very small section. It deals with, it gives around 9 sutras, 8 or 9 sutras, and it tells us about the relation between nouns and adjectives. This noun and adjective thing is very prominent and important in Sanskrit. Very important thing. Like Dharma Kshetre, Kurukshetre, Samaveta, Yutsava, ityadi. Dharma Kshetre, Kurukshetre. Kurukshetra is a noun. It is a noun.
Yes.
Now what is Dharma Kshetra? What is the meaning of Dharma Kshetra?
A place where dharma is established or will be established.
And what is that place?
Kurukshetra.
Kurukshetra. So that Dharma Kshetra is adjective of Kurukshetra.
Yes.
Because it's telling something more about.
Correct. Yes.
So this noun and adjective thing is very important in Sanskrit. Very, very important. I mean, half the game you win. Half the game you win just by knowing this trick of noun adjective in Sanskrit.
Oh, okay.
Very important. So that is section 3. Very small but very informative. And then section 4 will deal with the pronouns. Like aham, I, you, saha, eshaha, all those first person, second person, third person pronouns. And again, this is divided into 3 genders, pronouns. Like he, she, it, even in English we have he, she, it. So pronouns will also be in three subsections based on the genders. So this is the whole framework of chapter 2. Very interesting chapter, very nice chapter. And we'll actually learn a lot here, even implementation point of view, practical point of view. Very nice. Because we know many verses and we'll start relating to those verses, those words, those endings.
Okay.
So Adhatu Vishnu, so Sarveshwaranta section, the first section is Sarveshwaranta section. Jiva Goswami, he names the genders also in a Krishnaized way. So Pulling, masculine gender, so Jiva Goswami is calling it Purushottam Linga.
Purushottam. Oh, that word was there. I just was.
Yeah, Purushottam Linga is the masculine gender. Then Strilinga, the feminine gender, is called Lakshmi Linga.
Lakshmi Linga, Purushottam Linga.
And the neuter gender is called Brahma Linga.
Okay.
So Purushottam Linga, Lakshmi Linga, and Brahma Linga. So Adhatu Vishnu Bhakti ka Marthavan Nama, we did it. Then, as we were already discussing, the root word in Sanskrit we call it Prakriti. You know, the stem, the root word is called Prakriti, and the suffix is called Pratyay.
Okay.
So Prakriti Purva Pratyaya Paraha. So when we form a word, a Vishnu Pada, so the Prakriti, the root word comes first, then we add the suffix, we combine them and we get the final form.
So Rama is Prakriti and Asya is Pratyaya, like that?
Yes, yes. Yeah. So the first part of a Vishnu Pada is called Prakriti, which is the root word. And the second part of a Vishnu Pada is called the Pratyaya, which is the second part. Now Prakriti is of two kinds. Root words are of two kinds. One are the nominal roots for the nouns, like Rama, Krishna, Radha, Sita, Gita, ityadi. And one are the verbal roots. We also have roots for verbs. That will verbs will do in chapter 3. Chapter 3 is about verbs only.
Okay.
So there are two kinds of Prakriti, the noun ones and the dhatu ones, the verbal roots. Then Pratyayas, the suffixes are of four kinds.
Oh Krishna.
Suffixes are of four kinds. What are they? First, we have the nominal suffix. Nominal suffix means those pratyayas which we apply after nouns. Like Sya, like in Ramasya, Sya, and like that. So we have these suffixes, nominal noun ones, which we apply after nouns only. Then second kinds of suffixes are verbal suffix. Those pratyayas which we apply only after verbal roots.
So we will not cover this now.
This is chapter 3, this second part.
Chapter 3.
Now this chapter 2, we only deal with this nominal suffix and the nominal root. Nominal means noun, belonging to noun, noun related. Then we have the Krit suffix, this is chapter 5. And then we have the Tadhita suffix, this is chapter 7, the last chapter of the book. They are actually very interesting. This Krit suffix is a factory where we convert verb into a noun. Verb becomes noun after applying the Krit suffixes. Very interesting chapter. And Tadhita suffix is, in this chapter, in this factory, we convert a noun into a new noun with some modified meaning. I'll give you an example, you will relate to it. One of Kunti Maharani's name is Pritha.
Pritha, yes.
And by some process in chapter 7, Tadhita, Pritha becomes Partha.
Partha.
So Partha comes from Pritha, but Partha is a new noun now. So this happens in chapter 7.
So Vasudev, Vasudev.
Vasudev, Kunti, Kaunteya, Vrishni, Varshnaya, Vishnu, Vaishnava, and many more. This is endless. Many more such words. So this modified noun, so this happens in chapter 7, the tadit suffixes. Very interesting
Okay, okay,
chapters.
okay, okay.
I like the krit one very much, and even tadit. I'm starting to love now. Very nice. So now we'll be dealing with the nouns, the roots, and we'll add these suffixes. So these are 21 in number, these suffixes. We have 21 suffixes, pratyas, and they are as
So
follows.
okay, it's already here. Okay, good.
Tatra namnah suaujas samaushas tabhyambhis ngebhyambhis nasibhyambhis nasosam nios sub. So these are the 21 suffixes. Let me show you in a table form. Here are they. So su aujas, aushas. So if you see, they're divided into 3 letters each. 3 letters in one row, and likewise. And on the extreme left, it says prathama, dvitiya, tritiya. So they all stand for like the usage wise. Prathama stands for the first ending. Dvitiya stands for second ending. Like in schools in India, almost everyone knows karta ne, karma ko. Do you remember something like that? In school days, we used to study. So this first prathama actually indicates the doer, the subject in a sentence.
Okay.
Dvitiya indicates the object in a sentence.
Okay.
Tritiya indicates instrument through which an action is done. So I'll give you basically all the usages actually come in chapter 4 in this book. Jiva Goswami doesn't deal with usages. He just tells you memorize, you make the forms, and you move ahead. We'll discuss the usage afterwards.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, but I'll give you a few sheets, few PDFs. You go through them. There are some little exercises, very simple ones. You will have a good idea of all these 7, 8.
So we have to memorize this, right? It's a part of the sutra.
Yeah, you have to
for this
memorize. And I will actually stop now because tomorrow in the class I need this memorization part. Only then we can move ahead. Yeah, this is actually must. Otherwise we can't move ahead.
Yes. So, Prabhu, till when, where we have to memorize now for tomorrow?
So, I think you have already memorized, done chapter 1, right?
86. Yes, complete.
86.
I sang.
So for tomorrow, first of all, you memorize these pratyas in the same sequence. You don't need to memorize prathama, dvitiya, ekvachana, dvivachana. You just need to memorize these 24 suffixes in this sequence only. Su aujas, aushas, ta bhyambhis, ne bhyambhyas, nasi bhyambhyas, as os am, ni os sup. So basically it's still only sup only, but we repeat the first ones again. I'll explain later why. Su aujas. So 24 suffixes. So you memorize.
So first and last is same. First and last is same.
Yes, they are same. So you memorize this pratyas, and you memorize the first. So from Sutra 87 till you memorize.
So this one was which was Sutra, Prabhu? This is the one that you showed me. 1 minute, let me see.
You can memorize till, because it's only tomorrow.
I think,
you have less.
Yeah, bro. Only one day is there.
You have less
Maybe
time.
I'll try.
I'm not scrolling down. Don't worry. Okay, so what you do, you just memorize whatever sutras we have done today. Just 4 or 5 sutras and these pratyas.
So, Prabhu, I will basically, in that sense, I have to just do till 87 to 90. Correct? This is what it is. I don't have to do I mean, that table that you showed, it is same as 90th sutra, right? I'm
Yes,
just trying
yes.
to
Then
understand.
you need not do the sutra, separately. Just memorize the table. I mean, the pratyas in the table form.
No. My point is, if I do the sutra, then this table I don't have to memorize. That's
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will then 90, 87 to 90, 95.
You memorize till 91.
Okay.
91 also.
Okay, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.